Okay, after taking last week off to go up to the mountains, I'm ready to hit the Jeep again, hit the project again, and I am going to start the first startup, get it fired up, get the motor fired up, and then probably put the rock sliders on, and then I could put my fuel tank on, and we'll just keep moving on this project. Okay, I'd like to get my engine to top dead center, and you could just put your finger over the hole and crank until you feel air blow out the spark plug hole. But what I like to do is connect my compression test hose to a vacuum gauge, and then I could really see what's going on. I could see it go up to pressure, and then I could see it go back to vacuum, and then I could just dial in the top dead center with that. So we're looking for, I'm right at, see where it's going to bring it up to pressure?
Yep.
And now it's all the way up to pressure. Now it's going, it's actually negative vacuum. So if you go back a fuzz, that's really close to top dead center. Once I get top dead center, I could check to make sure my rotor's pointing to the number 1 ignition wire going to the number 1 cylinder. And then I could trace out the firing order of 1, 3, 4, and 2 going in a counterclockwise direction. So 1, 3, 4, 2. Trace those out to make sure they're going to the correct spark plugs. I could check my distributor timing by putting a test light, put the negative onto the battery negative, or any negative for that matter, and then I could probe at the positive side of the coil and see where I'm at, and then I could turn to the distributor to get it dialed in right where I want it. So you can get this close by doing a static test. So what you want to do is you get the light to where it just comes on, and then it wants to, just before it comes on, oh there, okay, now back off just a fuzz, right there, stop, wait, okay, let's lock that. Okay, got my fire extinguisher standby. Okay, now that we have the motor started, and I know that's going to work, I'm going to put on the rock slider. This is a Big Willie rock slider. Let's see. This thing goes like this, right? You want to get all this residue off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've done one of these before, but I think I'm doing it a little bit different. But what I'm doing here is I'm getting this first piece on so I could spot my holes. I got it all fitted, fitting good to the body. And then once I get my holes in, I could put the second piece on, because that second piece kind of hides the holes. So start with that. Okay, got my first rock slider all welded up and primed. Need to throw a coat of OD on it and I could mount it up and then start on the other side. Okay, I've got my this side mocked up a little bit. I have to make a little bit of modification because I want to retain the axe notch. So I cut that out. I think I'm going to move this hole over here and maybe move that hole over there and then weld a piece to fill in this gap just so that I can kind of retain that notch for the shovel or the axe. Okay, I'm just testing out my axe. I got my notch in here. I had to cut out a section for this, but it looks like it is going to work. Okay, I got my rock sliders installed today. This one I had to do a little fabrication to get that notch so I could put my axe in, but I tried the axe and it works, so that works. And then over here on the other side, this side was pretty straightforward and that's all in. So now next thing I think I'm going to work on is the gas tank, and then I could start putting the fenders and the grill and get this thing completed.